Our annual visitor to the Front Porch Show, the curator and archivist for the museum, Amy Cubberley. Oh, these chairs are giving I can get out of. Good to see you. Carrie asked me a question that only you can answer. Terry, what question do you have?
Well, when you said you're going to introduce Amy, and I said okay, and I was looking it over, and he said, well, she is a pretty lady, which you weren't lying to me about. And you said she is also at the museum. She is a curator and an archivist. And I had to say to him, what's an archivist? Amy, could you tell me? Yeah, I'm sorry. You know what? I only play hockey. You know what I mean? Outside of a hockey rink, I'm really not. What is an archivist?
So an archivist is essentially someone who preserves the paper record side of museum and archives. So.
Can I ask a question? You said paper records?
Yes.
Like not the tick-tick now, like computers and iPads and all that? Are we into, and so you put them onto...
So we digitize some, but we
That's
have
what I was looking for.
digitize.
Digitize, thank you.
Another new word for your vocabulary.
I'm in. I'm back. I'm here. I'm with you.
Did you know that the Front Porch Show is so educational, Terry?
I did not. But you know what, though? I should have, because looking over your history, I knew it had nothing but get better. We're getting better, boy.
Okay, for the size of a town, having a museum is unique. Yeah, why?
So I think kind of what's unique about our museum is the fact that we have the newspaper records back to the 1850s. Not a lot of museums and archives have that newspaper history, and it was actually two newspapers, so the St. Mary's Journal and the St. Mary's Argus, and it included everything from people going to birthday parties to this person visited their neighbor yesterday. So it's an awesome record as to just daily life in St. Mary's and the surrounding communities.
Now, starting this week, again, you're doing Melodies at the Museum. How many years has it been going?
This is our 8th year. Thank you,
Eighth
Lauren.
year.
I kind of blanked on that.
Wow. So, and who's going to be on it?
So we're starting it with Corduroy Gordon this coming week. And then we're continuing on with the following week. We have the Shenanigans, a Celtic rock band. And then we have Jennifer Thorpe and Chris Norley, a jazz duo. And the Gigi's, they're returning favorites. And then Delaney Brooklyn and Jaron Camp. Joseph Flynn and his grandmother.
Our Joseph.
Joseph.
Let's hear it for Joseph.
He's hit the big time. He's
and
coming
his
to
grandma.
And then we're finishing off with the Blurry Pickers.
Okay, fantastic. Now, you've been introduced to something extra special. What it is that tell us about for this Melodies at the Museum and how people can get involved with it.
So something we're trying this year, we recently received some funding through the Stratford Perth Community Foundation to try a Heritage on Wheels program. So we're going to be offering free mobility bus rides to 2 of our concerts to start. If uptake is good, it will continue. It is limited to those who qualify for mobility services, so you have to either be over the age of 50, sorry Terry, or
I don't qualify, sorry.
require accessible transportation.
Okay, so they just phone the mobility bus and then
Yep, so you just book as you would a regular ride with the mobility bus, so you just call Lauren at St. Mary's Mobility Services and just let her know that you're taking the bus to the concert and your ride will be free.
And what else do you have planned for the rest of the year? You do seminars and things like this?
Yep, so our seminar series will be launching again in September and continuing through until next March.
And what about some of the displays you're having too?
So currently we have a display on called Heroes, and it looks at the history of the St. Mary's Fire Department, again starting back in the 1850s. I'm reluctant to say too much, but
okay.
We do have a display tentatively scheduled for January 2020. I will share that I've secured some funding through the Canadian Space Agency for this grant, or for this exhibit, so that's all I'll say for now.
Okay, good. Bill Lee's going to come, I guess, right?
Is he still around, Bill Lee?
He actually comes to the Baseball Hall of Fame induction ceremony sometimes. Yeah, he was here last year, I believe. Anyways, our museum is, while preserving the past, is also about creating memories of the present that we will treasure from years ago. And with that in mind, we at the Front Porch Show would like to present you with our, courtesy of Rich Miller in the United States, our commemorative book for season 2 of the Front Porch Show.
That's fantastic. Thanks so
So-
much.
So
We'll
who
add it
knows?
to the archives.
Yes, to the,
I knew it. I knew it was going to come out.
the real one.
That's why you want to know what it meant.
And who knows, 50 years from now, somebody will look at the book and say, holy smoke, that's Don Van Galen. He looked so young and handsome back in those days. Okay, so that's it for now. Thank you for coming on the
All
show,
right.
Amy.
Thanks so much
Beautiful.
for having me.